If you can imagine free online public access to the University of California, you have come to the right place. If you can imagine a University of California where everyone is accepted and where any student willing to do the work can obtain a high-quality, affordable University of California degree completed at their own pace, all at no cost to the taxpayer, you have come to the right place. We must create the future that we want to see. The University of California is a publicly owned institution. If there is a way to pay for it, if quality and integrity are not compromised, UC knowledge, courses, and degree programs should be accessible to the public that owns it. I have such a financially self-sustaining, self-funding plan. Now that we are in a digital age, this is all possible. Hello, my name is Boyd Roberts. Recently, I formed the committee to support a University of California online constitutional amendment for the November 2016 ballot. Now, we the voters can create the future that we want to see. This new school will be called the University of California Online, UCO, and will be comprised of two divisions, one free and one for credit. Division 1 will essentially be a library of all UC courses accessible by all. In-state students would be able to audit all classes for free. Out-of-state students would pay a low nominal fee. All students would be able to ask questions and get feedback for a low nominal fee, like the MOOCs, the massive open online courses. It would be free and high quality. Unlike the MOOCs, the course offerings would be vast and not limited to just a few courses with limited feedback. Division 2 would also offer all UC courses online, but for full credit. Importantly, there would be no barriers to entry, and students would be able to complete classes at their own pace. To ensure quality and accreditation, for-credit students will need to have their papers graded, tests proctored at secure test-taking facilities, and all of their questions answered. They will need advice, mentoring, and administration. UC's rigorous academic standards must remain in place. Accreditation must be fungible between the traditional and the online systems. UCO shall be financially self-sustaining and not cost the taxpayers anything once it is up and running. All startup, fixed, and variable costs for both Divisions 1 and 2 will need to be covered by the Division 2 course tuition. In short order, we can have it all. The UCO Division 2 course offering would be the most comprehensive, the highest quality, and the least expensive for-credit curriculum in the world. I'm not an expert, but UCO, once it's up and running, and the economies of scale have kicked in, total tuition for a 4-year advanced degree could easily be less than $12,000. While the benefits to such an institution are readily apparent, some of the less than obvious benefits of UCO may be: 1. Completion rates in our current university systems, UC, CSU, and others, will go up. Former and future incomplete students will find it very easy to re-enroll and complete their coursework. Many students will enroll and fail. But this is America. We learn from failure. Failure leads to success. Higher rates of failure will lead to higher rates of success. And besides, did you really fail if you signed up and took a course and learned something? 3. Enrollment and revenues in the traditional UC system will not go down and will not be negatively impacted. The brick-and-mortar classroom learning experience will likely always be viewed as a superior learning experience and be preferred by those who can get accepted and can afford it. 4. Education professionals in California will achieve full employment. Students from around the world will need encouragement, advice, answers to their questions, and grades on their term papers. They will have to pay our professionals to receive those services. Education is always the answer. Access to publicly owned education should not be limited. If a student wants to learn, shouldn't he or she be able to do it at any time for free? If a student wants to get a degree and is willing to do the work, shouldn't he or she be able to do it at very low cost, without any barriers to entry, and at any time, and at their own pace without having to go into debt? Should not students be graded on the content of their accomplishment in the classroom and their mastery of the material, and not how they arrived at that point? With UCO, access to education would explode. Taxpayers will not be impacted. Very little would be standing in the way of an individual like a young Andrew Carnegie borrowing books as a young telegraph operator, looking to better himself with a higher education. Not money and not past circumstance. This is a very simple, straightforward idea, and I'm surprised that we are not already doing it. The benefits exceed the costs on an unprecedented scale. Will you work with me to create the future that I propose? Volunteers, please see my volunteer video. Investors and contributors, please see the investor contributors video. And in the immortal last written words of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, let us move forward with strong and active faith. Thank you very much for watching.